folks, welcome back. All right, today is day 3 of the journaling. So, recap so far, we did significant events in my lifetime, and then we did 22 things I want to try last week, and this week is 22 of my favorite plants and animals. Now, again, as per the norm, I went ahead and made a list because I, again, don't want to waste anybody's time by trying to think on camera. And for this one, I think I just kind of want to do a grid. So I got out a couple of different colors of the Stabilo 0.88 Fine 0.4. I really like these markers. They are fine point. They come in a lot of different colors. So I think to start, and I don't really have necessarily, well, you know, the other 2 pages I did on the right. Let me do on the left, just to be different. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by just kind of doing I'm going to do a table. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a table. Do I want to do it in brown? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I'm just using the ruler as a loose guide. I'm not being super exact here. And I'm just going to kind of get a table down. And I think it's going to be easiest for me if I split the table in the middle. That looks kind of like the middle. Something like that. Again, I'm not going for perfection here. Just trying to get something down. There we go. Alright, now let me connect these things. Yep, gonna connect them right there. Again, don't know if it's straight. It's fine. Okay, there's that. And then I'm going to come over here. Yes, I'm still on camera. And, well, that one's not long enough, but I can make it long enough. Zoop. And zoop. Alright, so there's that. Alright, and so I need 22 of them. So I need 11. And again, this doesn't have to be exact, and it's probably not going to be because I didn't do any thought about this other than let's make a table to begin with. Alright, so that's about the middle of that. And if I do a middle here, and a middle here, and a middle here, that'll give me 8, but I need to have 11. So I think I need to maybe put this in, let's see here. I'm just going to go here. And I'm also going to go here. This isn't going to be enough either. Here. Actually, that'll be enough. And then I can have some room down at the bottom. Here. Yeah, that's about right. And then here, if I would have thought about this a little more, I would have left the top one blank. Or not drawn a line in the top. But we can do something with that too. Alright. So there's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 12. And now I'll come back and I'm not going to do it to the top one. I'm just going to do halves of these. And then like this. Just trying to stay straight-ish. Like this. And what I'm trying to do with this journaling series is just show different ways that you can write. It doesn't always have to be like paragraph form. And it doesn't always have to be just like a regular bulletized list, which actually I'll probably do a bulletized list next time because I haven't done one yet. So I have, I'm not going to count these 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, I do need that up at the top. Alright. Again, would have turned out better if I would have done some planning, but I didn't. Alright, so I'll put my title, or do some coloring up here at the top. Alright. So there we go. So now all I have to do is write. Okay, so here is my page. This was when I was trying to do that reflection tracer thing, and this is my leftover paper. So I'm just using it because you know how we like to use things that most other people would throw away. So here's my list. This is 22 plants and animals that I like. And I do have some flowers on here. I have some trees. I have some wild animals. I have some domesticated animals. And I also have 2 birds and some bees and a thing that doesn't exist, which is unicorns, but it's an animal and I like it, so I wrote it down. Okay, so here we go. And maybe what I want to do with this, actually, let me count one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, good. All right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to vary my font that I write in, the style that I write in. All right, so let me just show you. HONEYSUCKLE. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm probably going to come over here, I guess, and write, because I don't want to put like all the plants together and then all the animals together, so I'm just going to kind of try to scatter it a little bit. So honeysuckle, and then I'm going to do, actually I'm going to do it like this. Turn a little bit. Yellow. Jasmine. Okay, and then I think I'll come over here and just kind of skip it around and write down in all lowercase MAGNOLIA. And then maybe over here, oh, wisteria, right? I love wisteria. What if I do, what else can I do? I think bubble letters will be too big for this block to write wisteria, but I could do bubble letters on like fox. Let's do that. I'm gonna come in with this other green, and I picked the greens and the browns, and I also brought in some ink for us to do some stamping later if we want to, because it was nature and green and browns. It made sense anyway. So let me come up here and I'm gonna write fox in bubble letters. Oh man, it's been so long since I've done bubble letters. Okay, there we go. O, and then an X. Wow, okay. So I should have thought this out a little bit better on how to do bubble letters. Okay, that looks like a butterfly, but it's fine. I think I'll just color that in a little bit, and maybe as I'm coloring it in, I can make it look like an X instead of a butterfly. And I'll do the same thing over here to color it in. This is probably definitely bleeding through on the other page, but that's okay. I can always put something over the top of it. There we go. All right. And then I'm just going to keep going like this. I'll come back and we'll do a little bit decorating. All right, hang on. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if you guys noticed, I got done and I still had one blank, and I went back and I marked off all the things that I did, and then I realized my problem, which is that I only had 21 items. Ha, I needed 22. So I had a palmetto tree. So this is what I did. And I used 2 different colors of green in the same markers. And I just went through and kind of thought about different ways that I could write something. And then I put in, like this one I did the dots on the end, and this one I did lines on the ends of the letters. And I decided to try to make a mask right here. It doesn't really look like a mask, but that's what I attempted to do. And then I tried to do some drop shadow stuff, which not necessarily, that didn't work, but it's okay. And I tried to draw a picture of a palmetto tree. Again, as you guys know, I'm not an artist, but it looks kind of like a palmetto tree. And then I just did tall capital letters with dots in the middle. I did that twice. And then kind of a block writing here on unicorns and in B's. But anyway, so that's what I did. And that's what I meant by different font styles. Okay, so there's that. So we have the edges of the pages to decorate, and then I also need to put in a title. And I think, yeah, it definitely bled through on the back, but it didn't bleed through to the next page, so that's good. I think I'm just going to use this pen from Walmart, and I know this one will 1000% bleed through the next page. And I'm going to put in a title at the top. Again, wish I wouldn't have done that. Should have thought that through a little bit better, but it's fine. Okay, so these are 22 plants. Ooh, you know what I'm going to do right here? I'm going to pretend like I meant to do it. Do this, and that's fine. Animals. I like. Now, you could definitely leave it just like this, because it's kind of decorated enough. I was thinking about coming in and doing some stamps down here on the sides, but I think what I might do instead is just come in with this marker. And I know that I'm definitely going to be going over. I think I'm just going to put some circles around the edges, like this, right here. Make this one a little bigger to match the other ones. This one a little bigger to match the other ones. I don't know. I feel like I need to have something over here on this edge. Maybe I don't. Maybe if I just make the border a little bit larger. What if I do... I don't know what this is called. On a sewing machine it would be called a zigzag. A zigzag line? Let's go with that. Here we go. Do that. Yeah, that looks neat. Kind of makes it look like it's stitched too. I don't think I need this over here. And maybe I'll just do that all the way around. Okay, let's try that. See what it looks like. This is actually taking much longer than what I anticipated. I was very surprised with this one. I got to like number 15, and last time it was number 18 before I had to pull out my phone, but this time it was 15. I was like, man, what other animals do I like? Skip that one. Go over here. So I did have to Google again, but it's okay. Not everything has to be completely organic when you're looking at this, or when you're doing these journaling items. And honestly, for me, it's, again, easier if I have something down on the page first, and you guys have noticed it when we did, where'd it go? Also, I love the way this paper sounds. It's kind of a weird thing. Did I do this upside down? I did do it upside down. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, well. Yeah, I did do it upside down. Ha! Yeah, so the point is that you saw me in the first one. I had to do this border before I started filling in stuff. And then the second one, I needed to put the stamp on here. And this is just me. It's just my process. And, you know, whatever process you have is whatever process you have. And, you know, I said in the beginning that, you know, everything doesn't have to go up and down and go the same way, which this is true with this one. It definitely does not go the same way as the rest of them. But we'll just move on from that. Let's see here. Do I need to do anything else with this page? Or are we done? Maybe a little bit of stamping over here. What do I have? Right here on my desk, I have this, because I still haven't put them up because I'm a terrible person. I have this fern stamp. Maybe just put the fern stamp down here, maybe. All right, so I bought these recently at, it was either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. The little small packs. It's like 4 in a pack of these. And I haven't used this one yet, but I also have peeled paint here. This one's called Old Paper. Okay, that's what it looks like. You know, let's try it and figure out what we want to use. Maybe I want to use both. Okay, what's that look like? Okay. And then this one. Uh-oh, is this dried up? It looks kind of dried up, guys. I just bought it. That's sad. Okay, let's see if it is. It might just be the stamp. All right, let me get the other ink off the stamp. Okay, now let's try this. Oh no, there's some in there. I just have to smush it down a little bit. All right, so that was the first one. That was the peeled paint, this one. And then this one is the old paper. Now this is a distressed oxide and this is a distress ink, and as you can see the color is more saturated in this one. Actually, this one still hasn't dried yet, even though that was the first one I stamped. I think for this one, that's not really, none of these are the color green that I used. Let's try this frayed burlap. Maybe that's closer. No, this is going to be further away. Yeah, that's like a brown. Hang on just a second. I know I have a green. Hang on. Alright, so I brought a couple of choices for us to try. And I've got pine needles and this one from Studio G. I don't see a color on here. But this says VP0017. I don't know if that's helpful or not. But then I thought to myself, it's really hard to match greens anyway, so I brought some Wild Honey and also some Rusty Hinge, which is kind of like an orangey color. So let's see what we get. I'm actually not going to use either of those two that I tried to begin with. I don't really like them. Okay, let me get the ink off this. And this again is, what do I have? I have pine needles, and this is Distress ink, not the oxide, but the ink. Let's see what we get on here. That looks very saturated. That actually goes fairly well with the color that I have over here. But since I got some more options out here, let's go ahead and try them. Studio G, what do you have for me? Okay, what are you doing? It's a lime green. That would look okay. There's my book over here. That would look okay, but I don't really like it for what I'm doing. All right, let's try the Wild Honey. So right now, the front runner is the pine needles. Let's see. What does this one do? That's kind of pretty. It's not... I mean, it is really, really pretty. You know what? Maybe I'll do variegated. Maybe that. All right. Try Rusty Hinge. Rusty Hinge would look like a rusty pile of poop for this project. What about... I did not mean for this video to be like a let's look at all the new inks that I got, but that's what's happening. All right, so what if we did the dark green with the brushed corduroy? See how much of it I can get on my finger. All right, what if we did a combination of those two? I think that might look neat. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice brown. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. All right, move that over here to the side. And I'll get this because I believe I'm going to stamp off the page like I did on the last one, but I'm just going to go down this side right here. So let's use, again, brushed corduroy and pine needles. All right, and what I'm going to do with this, is that still in shot? Yep, okay, is I'm going to get some ink on one side and ink on the other side. Okay, see what it looks like? I don't know how this is going to turn out. Let's find out. Boop. Ooh, that's kind of neat. I'm just going to kind of rotate it as I go down. And then I'm going to pick up some more of the ink. And yes, I am definitely cross-pollinating or whatever you want to call it. But it's okay. Get some down here. I think I'll just put some shadowing over here. Okay, so which one is this one? This is the brown. Okay, so this is the brown. And this is the green. Okay, all right. So what did we end up doing? We ended up doing this. Actually, I kind of like that. I really like the way that this looks. I think when it dries, it's going to look even better. And you can see that the color is kind of feathered out a little bit. But I don't mind that. I think this actually looks really neat. And although it was kind of a pain, I like that I messed around until I got the colors that I wanted. Okay, not too bad. Well, thanks guys. Another journaling adventure complete. Hope this gives you some ideas, and I hope you start your own journaling adventure, even if you do it upside down. Whoops. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.